Today I've got for you guys the best 4-3-2-1 tactics on FIFA 23. I've been using these at the very heights of the Elite Division, and they're definitely going to help you guys attack, score more goals, and ultimately get more wins as well. I upload videos every single day helping you guys improve, so if you want to get better at the game, get more wins, all that sort of stuff, please do me a favour and hit that sub button. Maybe one day we can also hit 100k. That would be insane. If you're watching this video and it has less than 300 likes, please do hit that like button. But for now, let's get into it. So this is the team that I am currently using, and I often do get comments about like, oh, of course these tactics are going to work, look at your team, all that sort of stuff. However, at the top of the Elite Division, my team honestly isn't even that great. I promise you guys, like, I'm getting out-teamed most games. I'm coming up against R9, Hullet, Vieira, Pele, the lot. You name them, and my opponent has got them. So this is the team. I'm going to go through the tactics, instructions, and also the sort of players that you want to look to get when using the 4-3-2-1. So in terms of when to use this formation, you can use this as just your starter formation, what you go into games with. It's not one where it's only for getting goals or only for defending, anything like that. We'll talk more specifically about the actual formation in a moment. But in terms of the tactics, this is what we've got. So it is balanced on the defensive style, 60 on the width, 55 on the depth. I normally like to play a little bit higher. However, I just feel with this formation, you have enough options and stuff going forward that you don't really need to play the high depth. Like when you win the ball back, you're going to have options anyway. We then have balanced direct passing, 70 on the whip. Obviously, this is a narrow formation, so spreading your midfielders out a little bit more is helpful. Otherwise, they're all just very congested in the centre of the pitch, and it's hard to actually create. We've then got 7 players in the box, and then 2 on the corners and free kicks. So, about the formation itself, as you're going to see with the instructions, the fullbacks are key in this formation. It is a formation that lacks width. However, don't let that put you off, because the way this formation attacks is probably the best in the whole game right now. Trust me, it is insane. So you obviously have the 3 centre mids. You don't need to use centre midfielders necessarily. So you can see for me, I've got Neymar sat in a left centre mid spot. And the reason for that is your team are going to get so involved in the attack that your centre mid sort of doesn't become a centre mid anymore. He becomes more of like a striker. You guys will see what I mean when we go into the instructions. In terms of the front 3, so you obviously have 1 striker, but it's not really. It's more like 3 because you have a left and a right forward instead of wingers. So you essentially have 3 strikers, 3 midfielders, and 4 defenders. It's a very balanced formation. However, I would definitely say that it favours a little bit more of an attacking play. Like, it's not a formation that you're going to want to use to see out a game and defend. So in terms of the instructions, this is what I like to use. We've got stay central, getting behind on the striker, and the exact same with the left and right forward. So what you're going to have is basically 3 strikers, all staying central and getting in behind. So automatically, that is very difficult for your opponent to deal with because, you know, there's only so much they can do when they're defending manually, and when you've got 3 runners going in behind, it is a lot to deal with, especially if they've only got 2 centre-backs. So you're not going to have any issues at all when it comes to attacking. I like to have the middle centre mid to stay back and cover the centre. So he's more like what you'd see like a traditional CDM do. However, because he is actually a centre mid, he's going to be a little bit more pushed up, and you're going to be able to just press and stuff a little bit better. On the outside centre mids, I just have get forward and then cover the wing as well. Cover the wing is vital in this setup, in my opinion, because your fullbacks are going to be getting forward, and when they're out of position, you're going to need your midfielders to cover that space. Otherwise, you're just going to get ripped down both of the wings. So cover wing, get forward on those. And then this is probably the most important instruction in this whole setup. So we've got overlap on the fullbacks. You need it in this formation because, like I said earlier, this formation does not have a lot of natural width. It's very hard to attack without the fullbacks out wide. And the way FIFA works this year, you have to be attacking on the wing. So the overlap on your fullbacks is absolutely vital. If you want to go a little bit more crazy, you can put join the attack as well. I'd recommend that if you you know, you sort of need more goals, like maybe you're losing a game. However, the one you cannot pick is stay back. Like I say, you need your fullbacks to get involved in this setup. So in terms of the sort of players that you need in this formation, your front three just basically have to be strikers slash wingers. So, you know, like someone like Neymar, you could easily play him as any of these front three positions. You just need them to be quick, ideally have skill moves, and then obviously the finishing, because they're going to be getting in behind. With the midfielders, I'd recommend that you have the centre mid that's going to stay back as more of like a traditional CDM, as I said earlier. So if you have someone like Vieira, he's going to be the one to go into that spot. Then I'd recommend having sort of one box-to-box midfielder, like a Bellingham, just so he can defend a little bit, help out, but then also get forward. And then I actually enjoy having someone like Neymar in the other wide centre mid spot, because as you can see, we've set them to get forward. They're going to be getting involved a lot, so you're essentially just throwing in another attacker there. And it's not like someone like Neymar just can't defend at all. At the very least, it's just another player you can drag back when you're defending. And then when it comes to the fullbacks, they have to be good on the ball. Like, there's no point having a fullback in this setup that can't dribble or is slow or anything like that. They've essentially got to be just extra attackers. So I've got like Alphonso Davies and Hakimi, their special cards. If you can just get their normal cards, they're just two good players that are good at this anyway. Someone like Kyle Walker, for example, is just not going to be the best at doing this. It's much better to have someone like Cancelo, because they're going to be getting involved in the attack, and the last thing you want is to build up a nice attack, have an overlapping fullback, it gets to Kyle Walker, and then he just completely fumbles the bag for you. You do not want that at all. And then, like any other formation with your centre-backs, they've just got to be quick, good at defending. That's not a formation-specific thing, that's just FIFA 23. So those are the tactics, instructions, and how the formation works. But guys, I really hope this helps you out. I really do think you'll get wins using this setup. They're very, very strong. They really are. If you have any questions or ideas or anything like that at all, I'd really appreciate if you let me know down in the comments. Like, anything you want to see from me, I'm on the lookout for ideas right now, okay? Obviously, like, things that are going to help you guys improve, maybe something that you're struggling with that you want me to cover, some other idea that you want to see from me, like anything FIFA related. I'm going to be streaming more as well, so make sure to hit that sub button if you are new. I'm going to be streaming in the evenings, and we're just going to be, like, doing new SBCs, packs, player picks, maybe some share plays from you guys, if you guys have packs available, all that sort of stuff. But guys, thank you so much for the support on the videos. Really appreciate it. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good luck and peace.